Hi, I'm Chuck, KK6USY. Welcome to Ham Radio Adventures. Today we are going to install an EcoFlow system for solar at the yurt. So stick around and see if this thing works. All right, so what we have, this is going to be an outdoor kitchen. We've got the sink set up, and today what we're trying to do is get a water pump set up to a battery. I'll show you the battery's going to be, we don't know where anything's going yet, but the battery's sitting right there. And then we're going to, over in this section here now, we're going to put some cabinets eventually. Probably no overhead stuff, just a countertop. This is for a school. This is a private school that they use at the yurt here. There's the yurt again. And this is a little gazebo. Let me show it to you guys. Sorry, I'm doing all this freehand. So we got the gazebo here, and then we put a little lean-to roof over here. Let me take you around the other side. We've already installed the solar panel. And I'll give you some more close-up pictures of that. But this is what they have here. We fixed it today because it was leaking down in this area, and we fixed that with some flashing, something we just hadn't had done yet. But then we go up and on the roof here, we're just using the roof itself for the angle. And this is a really good angle and direction for the wintertime when they have the least amount of sun here. If we have to later, we can add a second solar panel. I don't think it'll really need it though, but we can put it on the other side so it gets two different directions from the sun. But I think this is going to work pretty good. And once I get everything hooked up, we're going to hook up a solar panel, which you saw. We've got a solar controller, and this was all a kit, guys. Pretty complete kit, and everything comes with it. In the description, I'll put a link for it from Amazon. And if you do buy from my link, it helps the channel out. It's no extra cost to you guys. And always, when you're on Amazon, look at the listing and see if there's a coupon, because a lot of times there's a coupon to save some money. And I know this is on sale right now for like 108 bucks for the whole kit. That's pretty cheap for 100 watts. Now, also, I'm going to install the shunt. That way the ladies that work here can look at the battery, or they can look at the monitor for the shunt and see where the battery's at. And if for some reason it needs to be taken home to be charged at night, they can charge it. But I don't think it's going to need that because they're not going to really use it that much, at least not right away. And after a couple weeks here, we'll have a good idea if the 100 watts will handle it. I think it will. Let me get to installing. We're going to install everything, and then I'll go around and show you what we installed. Hey guys, this is Future Chuck. Make sure you stick around to the end when I tell you how this thing actually works, and I also tell you what the new plan is. Yes, a new plan. So stick around to the end. Okay guys, so this is an outdoor kitchen, so we're worried about these things getting wet. So I built this, it's like a little Tupperware type deal. It's pretty waterproof. Actually, it has a seal on the lid. And so then we put the all the controls inside this and close it. This stuff may go in a cabinet later, but that's not built yet. We're at 100%, and I did check it. It looks like when I go to amps, it's not pulling the amps, so the battery's charged. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep up with this. So, and that's what we did. And then we just ran the wire down and around, so you always run it low. So if it drips, it goes down instead of inside. And then we left extra wire at the top for now, just so that we have it for later when the cabinet's here. And then we ran the wire down the wall. Okay, so the shunt is in here. We just put it so it was put away and nobody could really touch it or anything. Not that anything would hurt anybody. The battery is down here. I'll show you how to hook the shunt up on the computer with a picture there. I don't have anything to take this off. We just came by and we just have all the extra wire down below for now until we finish this whole thing up. Then again, there's the solar panel. All right, so I didn't really like the little quick panel that I made for the box to waterproof this the instruments, and I was just using tools that we had out there, and were nothing really precision, and I kind of messed it up. If you noticed in the white part behind the panels, that had a little chip in it because I used something that broke it, the plastic. So I came home, wanted to make it a little more professional looking, and designed this up on Tinkercad, which is a 3D printing place where you can design things. And it just took me about 15 minutes or so. Nothing major. It took me 2 tries because I didn't have the monitor with me. This one fits inside. The other one will fit right below it like it did before. But as you see, it's flush mounted. All right. Just wanted to make it look a little more professional, just so it looked nice. I just wanted to show this to you guys. Okay guys, now the Eagle-worthy system, our kit, was a really good kit. It comes with everything you need. It worked well. The day we set it up, the weather was terrible for checking out solar. It was overcast, cloudy. It was raining off and on. And the thing still, with a charged battery, still put out the 2 amps when we first hooked it up for a little while. It brought the battery right back up, and this thing has been working really well. The ladies say that they can't run the battery down. It stays above 95% most of the time. I don't think it ever actually went off 100%, tell you the truth, but I can't quite get a total feel from the ladies. They don't really look at it all the time. But now, this has been about 2 months since we hooked it up, since I recorded the first part of this video, and I just wanted to follow up with it since I didn't have the time to actually put this video out and let you know how it's working. And like I said, it's working pretty well. Now, since then, I think in the video I did mention that things would probably change, and guess what? They did. They now want to run an Instapot and a crock pot type things off of this system. And I started doing calculations. Their Instapot draws 1,000 watts, and this is not gonna really hold up to that with what we had. We didn't even have an inverter yet. So I drew up some plans. I did some calculations. I know they're gonna use more than 1,000. I just know it, so I calculated it for 2,000. I upgrade the battery to the next size battery, and then her husband throws in another twist. He goes out and buys really nice used panels. The problem with these panels, I wrote some stuff down here. So the problem with these panels is their open voltage is 48.6 volts. Our little cheap, I mean, the Eco-worthy PWM controller is not really set up. It's good for 12 and 24 volts. This thing's already at almost 50 volts. And we did test it. And without even trying to get the 48 volts very hard, we got the 48 volts out of it. So, back to the drawing board. I already had everything. We were going to add, what was it? We were going to add 3 more solar panels, a nice battery, lithium battery for it, and scratch all of that now. So now what we're going to do is, I did a lot of studying and stuff on what I can do with these panels. They're huge. My buddy, in fact, if I can find the picture, I'll show you a picture. He's a fairly good sized guy, and the panel's as big as he is. I mean, it probably comes up to here on me. I'm 6'2". So he got 2 of these. So I think the plan is now we are going to run these to where I can up the voltage so it's above 48 volts. They want, I forget the actual percentage, but if I run 2 of them and jump the voltage up, it won't jump that will not bring the amperage up, but it brings the voltage up. Then we can do a 48 volt system. I'm going to make a call to a place that sells the system that I'm looking at and make sure that all my figuring is right, and if they have any other type of suggestions on what we should do. So if we do this, I'll try to do a video on that too. If you guys are interested, put down in the comments if you're interested in stuff like this. This is just something I did. I took the time to video it, and you know, something like this, if you have like a little box trailer or your trailer that you camp in, something like this might be enough for to run your radios off of. You know, I'm sure it will be. The thing worked really well. I was pretty impressed with the solar panel. Eco-worthy stuff seems to be pretty good. All right, back to the video. I don't know where this is going to be, but I just wanted to let you know how it was working out and what the new plan is. Okay, so this is not something that you would do, maybe this type of system for your ham radio, but you might do something more for your portable setup. And what we did is all the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's for a stationary building or for your portable ham radio setup. So if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell, hit all, that way you'll get all my new videos. Don't forget to hit the like. So I'm Chuck, KK6USY from Ham Radio Ventures. 73 all, be safe, and hope to catch you on the airways.